Bismillah. My name is Abdisalan Mohammed, MCA Gurar Ward, Speaker Wajir County Assembly. Today we are here to raise our concerns about the creation of administrative units, new ones, in Wajir North constituency. It has come to our attention from the public and from the government that there are intentions to create new administrative units in Wajir North Sub-County and the Buna Sub-County. The public have raised their concerns and fears that the creation of these new administrative units will bring in inter-clan conflict within Wajir North that has ever happened again in the year 2000 and 2001. And with those fears, we are urging the government to succeed the plan of creating these administrative units because the peace that we were working for all those years might be put to test. Secondly, Wajir North Sub-County has around 22 locations and 25 sub-locations. Most of these locations have no adequate facilities in terms of health facilities, water, schools. They're already facing problems. Every time, in every year, at the time of droughts, the county government does water tracking to these locations, which is very expensive, and a lot of resources is needed to at least take to every sub-location. Creating new locations and the new sub-locations while the existing ones have no those facilities does not make sense to anybody. In some of these locations, sub-locations, the population is so minimal. The enrollment in schools are less than 100 kids. You have a chief and as assistant chief in a location with only their families residing in the same place. So it is the government wasting resources and its funds on areas that are not priority. If the government intends to help its people in terms of development, let it try its bets on taking development to the existing ones, so that when at least these ones can survive on their own, they may think of creating other administrative units later on. Resources are very scarce in the county level. There was a meeting recently attended by all leaders of the county, led and chaired by the county commissioner, with all elected leaders, MPs from all the constituencies in Wajir. And it was agreed upon we are unable to reach the population that are in the settlements that exist currently. So there's no need of creating more locations and sub-locations. And this one was an agreement among all the leaders. But thereafter, just a few months after, more than 15 new administrative units are being created in Wajir North. We do not understand the reason behind it and what apparatus the government have used or what data that has facilitated this to give 5 new sub-locations and locations to a small center that has less than 5,000 registered voters. If the locations and sub-locations are so much plenty within the government, the rest of the populous regions of Kenya need this. They should have taken it there. Nairobi, Nyeri, Eldoret, these areas with the population need these services more than our areas. Secondly, these are grazing lands. These grazing lands, if you create a center or a settlement after every 5-6 kilometers, then the people who rely on pastoralism will not find areas to graze their lands, which again will lead to conflict. So we're urging the government to stop this, to go back and listen to the people, the stakeholders, the women, the elders, the youth, and the other organizations that work with these communities to put in their inputs and see if this is really necessary. If this is really necessary. The other thing is Wajir North and the Wajir and the Buna and the Korondile sub-counties, these are registered community land, gazetted community land. Communities are in the process of registering this land so that they can make decisions on which blocks are grazing blocks and where settlements can be. So we're urging the government to give us at least a time so that this community land will be registered and people will make decisions on how to use their lands rather than forcing administrative units on the throats of the locals who are not ready to do this. And if these ones continue the way the government is trying to push and public participation is called and these administrative units are created, we are bound to have conflict similar to what happened in 2001 and 2000 in Wajir North Sub-County. I think those county commissioner and the rest have the records on what happened and they will not accept that one to recur again.
My name is Mariam Abdelkair from Wajir County Assembly. Today I want to add to a voice of the people about the new settlements being added in Wajir North. The people are complaining and we are seeing the complaint to be right. We are pastoralists and pastoral activity is our duty. Our land is for pastoral activities, not for settlements. We have so many settlements which are just few kilometers apart. And so many administrative officers like the chiefs. One time I was in a Madaraka, in a one division in Wajir North, and the children in uniform and the chiefs in uniform are all almost the same. We have found out that these chiefs also come from their areas, the sub-locations and the locations. They don't even have their own office, leave alone other developmental projects. There are no schools for their children. There is no hospitals where their wives and their sisters can give birth. The roads are too bad. They are impassable. So we ask the national government, instead of bringing unrest among the communities who are living peaceful together, they should bring development to these settlements which are existing, not adding new settlements which are already bringing unrest.
My name is Adanur Ibrahim Abdi. I'm the MCA Bona Bataluwad. Today we are here talking about the gazettement of some locations on 26 November 2024, whereby some residents went to court complaining against the negative impact that will be brought about by that location, and the court ruled that let public participation be done. I just want to put a record straight that we were called as stakeholders for a meeting by the DCC Buna for a meeting or stakeholders meeting, and the gazettement was on 22nd November. Then we were called for a meeting on 26 November to discuss that gazettement. Since no public participation has been done for those locations, and the public, the elders and the community was very clear that there are many sub-locations that were supposed to be upgraded to locations. And they were shocked to see on the gazette notice that there are locations that has been gazetted that does not exist. No settlement exists. Sub-locations were created, no settlement existed before. So this was just a political, and it is being politically pushed by the area MP for his own personal political gain. And it is unfortunate that this will bring chaos and conflict between communities living in peace. This is very dangerous, and we, the local leaders, the elders and the community are totally against, because it is known that this area is prone. For the 2013 to 2017, we have not rested. We were in war with communities, even within our neighbors, just because of creation of such locations. We don't want those things to happen. We had peace, and now this is now creating another conflict between communities. We are appealing to the government. Let not the office not serve the political interests of political leaders. Let the office of the president, represented by the DCC, and the assistant DCC, represent the public opinion. The public doesn't want, the community doesn't want those creations of those locations. It will bring disharmony and chaos and conflict between communities that are already living in peace within the constituency. So we appeal to the cabinet secretary and to the president that let your offices not be used by politicians for political gain and bring unnecessary conflict to the peace-loving community.